Matches for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. From Tennessee, weighing 240 pounds, Carl Fergie. His opponent from parts unknown, weight unknown, the Super Destroyer.
All right, the Super Destroyer. And he is a big fella, no question about that. He looks to be around the same size as that bad Leroy Brown. Going up against Carl Fergie. Fergie, 240 pounds. He's in the orange trunks. Fergie. Front face lock. Look at this. Super Destroyer just picked him up and threw him off. Super Destroyer catching him in the throat. Hard rocking right hand that staggers Fergie. Another one catches him behind the head. So the Super Destroyer has just caught one in the midsection, catches another one. He used those arms like clubs. Front Chancery, with that tremendous height, he's got Fergie in a lot of trouble now. Catches Fergie again and staggers him. Fergie hanging on now in the Super Destroyer. Again, catches him. Now, Super Destroyer drives the knee, and it is Fergie firing back. His game. Smashes Fergie into that far turnbuckle. Good block by Fergie. And Fergie retaliates here. Caught in that top ring rope that time. The Super Destroyer using every bit of the ring to his own advantage. Runs him into that ring rope again. Super Destroyer sets him for the pile driver. Hooks the far leg, the lateral press, and is all over. Perhaps we'll get a chance to... Perhaps we're going to get a chance to see that again in instant replay. That pile driver, highly controversial hold. It's been outlawed in many, many states. As you can see here now, he's bringing him up. Now watch this very carefully. He gave me this check. And I'm just a little bit curious about a check for $5,000, sir.
Mr. Soley, I'm a man of education and wealth. And this $5,000 is for any man who are willing to step into this ring with myself for 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, he can try and pin me, my shoulders to the mat, right out there in that ring. He will get this $5,000 check. Close up, get a close up right there. Check out the figures. He will get the $5,000 check, and I will take my mask off. And that is what the $5,000 is for, Mr. Soley.
That's a rather bold assumption, a matter of total and complete confidence.
Well, Mr. Soley, I've shown you my pile driver out here, which no man can stand up to. I have my 300 plus pounds. I have the man there, I have him up, plus that man's weight. My 300 plus pounds will come all down on his head and his neck, and if any man can get up after that, and I've pinned him 1, 2, 3, well, that's one man. But I have found nobody that can do it yet. I don't think anybody will, Mr. Soley.
You mean anybody then that wants to step into the ring with you, if they can pin you within 10 minutes, they'll get this $5,000?
That's correct, Mr. Soley. Anybody that wants it, just come on up in the ring, and we'll see if you're capable, if you're man enough to take my money and my mask, which I don't think anybody is.
Indeed, some very strong statements from the Super Destroyer, who's made some very quick inroads here on Championship Wrestling. I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of him. It'll be interesting to see how many people decide to pick up on that challenge. We'll be back in just a moment.
さあやっとその勇姿が現れたようです。見守りますちびっこファン。さあロスカラスの表情がどうやら捉えられました。カメラに捉えられました。こちらのファンクラブの諸君に抱えられるようにいたしまして、肩車のような感じで今リングに登場してくるようでございます。昨年の8月も思い出します。少女のマスカラスファンです。ロスカラスファンです。もう祈るような気持ちで今日のこのタイトルマッチの後楽園ホールに駆けつけました。少女ファンが映りました。さあ非常にかっこいいコスチュームで今リング上にゆっくりと登場してまいります。ロスカラス、視聴画面のロスカラス、声がかかりました。チビッコファンの声もかかりました。本当に先ほどお伝えしましたように、いわゆるこのマスカラスブラザーズの非常に荒っぽい洗礼を受けましての今登場でございます。胴にはライトブルーで彩られました UWA 認定のメキシコライト級フリー級のチャンピオンベルトが巻かれております。今登場してまいりました。今日は非常に綺麗な鮮やかなグリーンを基調にしておりますコスチュームであります。さあお話の間にチャレンジャーのドスカラスも白一色で今入場でございます。非常に華やかなリング上、両者が離れました。さあこの後じゃフライングクロスアタック、これが決まったか返した。非常に機敏な動き、フライングクロスアタック、フライングクロスチョップ。
Welcome to the second part of the 10th episode of Wrestling 80. Let me go ahead and get some more of these results read as we're watching an All Japan match between Dr. Wagner and Dos Caras. And looks like Dos Caras is the CMML light heavyweight champion or whatever belt from CMML he is defending at here. Alright, well, on March 9th, 1980, Atlanta, Georgia, Jay Strongbow defeated Charlie Fulton, Lone Eagle defeated Billy the Kid, Ernie Ladd defeated Ray Candy, Tony Atlas against Killer Khan, Kevin Sullivan against defeated Baron Von Raschke by disqualification, Winona Littlehart won a women's battle royal, Ivan Koloff and Alexa Smirnoff teamed up to defeat Lars Anderson and Stan Hansen. Mr. Wrestling 2 over Austin Idol. Wahoo McDaniel and Dusty Rhodes defeated Terry and Dory Funk Jr. March 9th, 1980 in Orlando, Florida. Manny Fernandez and Steve Kern defeated Bad Leroy Brown and Nikolai Volkov. Jack Briscoe defeated the Super Destroyer, who we just saw in our last match. Stan Lane, Brian St. John, and Dick Slater all teamed up to defeat Jerry Briscoe, Don Diamond, and Jimmy Garvin. Bugsy McGraw defeated Barry Windham. Mr. Saito defeated Hector Guerrero. Gordon Nelson defeated Butcher Brannigan, and Jeff Ports defeated Mike Miller. March 9, 1980 in Toronto, Ontario for Maple Leaf. Canadian champion Dewey Robinson defeated Greg the Hammer Valentine by disqualification. Texas Death Match, Blackjack Mulligan defeated John Studd. Jay Youngblood defeated Ray Stevens. Blue Demon and the Destroyer defeated Don Kernoodle and Pedro Morales. Klondike Bill defeated Tim Gerard and Bob Marcus over Bill White. Alright, we begin March 10th, 1980 in Fukushima, Japan for the New Japan promotion. Shuji Kai defeated Hiroyuki Saito. Armando Guerrero defeated Akira Maeda. Kengo Kimura defeated Kuniaki Kobayashi. Kantoro Hoshino and Kotsuetsu Yamamoto defeated El Greco and El Sergio. Bad News Alan Kowach defeated Junji Hirata. Riki Choshu and Seiji Sakaguchi defeated Haruka Eigen and Strong Kobayashi. Iron Sheik defeated Osamu Kido. 2 out of 3 falls match Tatsumi Fujinami and Gran Hamada defeated Babyface and Angel Blanco. And main event, Antonio Inoki defeated the Super Destroyer 8 minutes 26 seconds. March 10th, 1980, Memphis, Tennessee. Rick Morton defeated David Oswald. Paul Ellering and Ali Hassan defeated Ricky and Robert Gibson. Southeastern Tag Team Champions Ken Lucas and Billy Robinson defeated Dennis Condrey and David Schultz. Sonny King over Southern Champion Jimmy Valiant by disqualification. And Bill Dundee and Steve Regal defeated the Assassins. And of course, the Assassins in Memphis was Don Bass and Roger Smith. March 10th, 1980, West Palm Beach, Florida. Manny Fernandez and Bugsy McGraw defeated Bad Leroy Brown and Nikolai Volkov. Dick Slater defeated Jimmy Garvin. Jack Briscoe defeated Stanley Lane. Steve Kern over the Super Destroyer. Mr. Florida over Jeff Ports. Mr. Saito defeated Mike Miller. Jerry Briscoe over Frank Monty. And Hector Guerrero defeated Butcher Brannigan. In Greenville, South Carolina for the Mid-Atlantic promotion on March 10th, 1980, U.S. Champion Jimmy Superfly Snuka defeated Nature Boy Ric Flair. That's the only result I have from that card. March 10th, 1980, Browns Mills, New Jersey for WWF. Larry Sharp defeated Paul Figueroa. Bulldog Brower fought a draw with Baron Mikel Scaluna. Intercontinental Champion Pat Patterson defeated Bobby Duncombe by disqualification. And Afonseca defeated Dominic DeNucci and Rene Goulet. Alright, we start March 11th, 1980 with the bad news of Cowboy Clarence Luttrell died at the age of 73 on that day. So Cowboy Luttrell was 73 and died on March 11th, 1980. So we move on to March 11th, 1980 in Ibaraki, Japan for New Japan. Kuniaki Kobayashi defeated Akira Maeda. George Takano defeated Shuji Kai. Angel Blanco defeated Junji Hirata. Haruka Eigen and Strong Kobayashi defeated Kantoro Hoshino and Koetsu Yamamoto. Super Destroyer defeated Kengo Kimura. Osamu Kido and Seiji Sakaguchi defeated El Greco and El Sergio. Riki Choshu fought a double countout with Bad News Alan Kowaj. And 2 out of 3 falls match, Tatsumi Fujinami, Gran Hamada, and Antonio Inoki all teamed up to defeat Babyface, Armando Guerrero, and I don't have the third name wrote down. Sorry about that. Alright, so March 11th, 1980, Tampa, Florida. Bugsy McGraw defeated Nikolai Volkov by disqualification. Southern Champion Dusty Rhodes defeated Super Destroyer. Dick Slater defeated Manny Fernandez. Twin Devils defeated Jack Briscoe and Jimmy Garvin. Steve Kern defeated Bad Leroy Brown by reverse disqualification. Don Morocco defeated Don Diamond. Jerry Briscoe fought a draw with Brian St. John. And Gordon Nelson and Barry Windham defeated Frank Monty and Jeff Ports. Alright, well, I'll get back to results on when we get to part 3. So let's go ahead and get back to the action.
スコアの方は1対1になりました。相変わらず密着プレーに出ました。3本目の勝負、 UWA 認定メキシコライトヘビー級のタイトルマッチ。このシリーズを最後の放送にいたしまして、放送の方ではいよいよ来週からは第8回のチャンピオンカーニバルが行われるわけであります。非常に待ち遠しい第8回のチャンピオンカーニバルなんですけれども、今日はこの最後の試合、 UWA 認定のメキシコライトヘビー級のタイトルマッチ、またしてもキャメルクラッチホール、チャレンジャーのドクトル・ワグナーが仕掛けています。3本目、5分が経過いたしました。パラディングアナウンサーもメキシコ人同士の対決ですので、スペイン語で時間を経過してますね。伝えてますね。さあ、場外に送り出します。ドスカラスがもう一回、これです。またしてもブランチャード。これは体と体がうまく合わせました。 体と体をうまく合わせました。胸板にドスカラスの胸板が完全に当たっておりますが、さあこれはどうでしょう。ダメージの方はどうでしょうか。3本目は2本目と同じくブランチャードで1本取ればこれでタイトル防衛ということになりますが、チャレンジャーのワグナーも今入ってまいりました。ヘッドバットです。そして今度は反対にエプロンから体で空中戦を展開いたしました。そのまま覆いかぶさるがダメです。
さっきのブランチャーはちょっと距離が近づきましたね。
いましたか。威力ありませんか。体と体とはうまく合いましたがね。はい。さあ大きく腰に乗せました。対角線上に送り出します。ドクトル・ワグナーです。お客さんの判定はチャンピオンのドスカラス一辺倒。大きく大きく飛ばして、さあローリングクラッチホールド3本目とどめにはなりません。今度は反対にローリングクラッチホールドを返しました。さあレグロールクラッチホールド、危ないですね。回転地獄エビ固めで返しました。ドクトル・ワグナーです。回転エビ固めの応酬になりました。さあちょっとタイミングをかかっておりました。フライングクロスアタック、喉元に炸裂、ちょっと肩で息をついております。ドスカラスですが、おっと今度は肩の上に乗せました。肩の上に乗せまして猛烈な勢いで殴り飛ばします。そのまま回転エビ固め、体を丸めた、決まりました。回転エビ固め、ドスカラス、相手の頭の上に全体重を乗せまして自ら飛び込んでのエビ固め、きれいに決まりました。ドスカラスはドクトル・ワグナーを今葬ったところでございます。これで9回目の防衛に成功いたしましたドスカラスでございます。武井さんいかがでした？
はい、ドスカラス苦戦しましたね。
苦戦しましたけれども、最後あたりはさすがに冷静に持ってきましたね。
やっぱり一番オーソドックスなメキシコ式のローリングクラッチホールドですね。
はい、そうですね。最後は回転エビ固めでドクトル・ワグナーから1本取りまして2対1、完全防衛を果たしました。
Heavyweight Southern Tag Team Championship match. Robinson and Lucas defend against Ellering and Hossain. Won't be an easy match.
No, it won't. You know, Paul Ellery is a very, very fine athlete. He's stays in very good condition, Lance. But you know, when myself and Billy Robson got these titles, we'd be two very big men, rated number 1 or number 2 in the nation, the Assassins. And we are the Southern Tag Team Champions, Ellery, and you come down there with your friend Hussein. You're going to go in that ring to do one thing, is to try to get these belts. We're going to do one thing and try to keep them. You guys try to take them.
Everybody wants them now that you got them, Billy.
Well, I concur with my esteemed partner, obviously. Except for one thing. We're not going to try to keep them. We will keep them, Lance.
I'll tell you what, it's confidence like that that makes it. Here's a man that's going to be handcuffed to Jimmy Hard, Billy Dundee.
That's right, Snake, and every time you stand up, son, I'm going to slap you. By the time this thing is all over, you'll be singing Keep On Dancing, that big muscle-bound jerk up in the ring, because there's no way he can beat Star Wars, and here he is, brother, to tell you all about it.
Of course, Billy is talking about the Southern Heavyweight match when Handsome Jimmy defends against Paul Ellery.
Whoa, Bessie Lancer! I'm here for all Ellery's jive, baby. He took the snakes. Cane whacked Handsome on the head, baby. Hey, brother, you know for a fact, Lancer, if I want to see stars, if I want to get whacked out, if I want to walk around dizzy for a few days, hey, baby, I know what to do. I'll do it to myself. Hey, baby, I'll take something big out for 2 weeks, brother. Hey, I can get it on. Now, the surprise is Jimmy the Snake Hunt. You can't interfere, baby. You're going to be handcuffed to Superstar Billy. Now, baby, Jimmy Hunt, if you got to do some business, brother, like go to the bathroom or go to get some popcorn or make an obscene phone call, you better do it today, Jack, because, brother, Tuesday, Louisville, you're going to be handcuffed to my man.
Yes, that's right. Tuesday, be there. Very interesting one because it's controversial. I had a lot of people talk to me about it. It was a question of where the referee had been addled. The wrong hands, in our opinion, and I think as you will see, and we're going to show the tape, clearly shows that the Gibsons had the match won. But the CWA, in reviewing this entire situation, and of course there was an appeal from the promoters to at least take a look at it, consideration. CWA has come down with this kind of an edict on it, and it makes a lot of sense too. That the stipulation of saying let's take a look at a tape and then reverse a decision, that it is their decision that in the future, that until all of the sports, the football and baseball and basketball and everybody goes to an instant replay or a review of tape to make official decisions, that this will no longer take place. Now, when you look at this, you will say, well, that was not fair. Okay, put it as not fair, but it is going to stand as a win for Schultz and Condrey in it. We want you to see what happened in there, and I think you will appreciate the fact that the Gibsons do, in fact, have a claim for a victory. Although, officially, it's going to stand because tape is not going to be the arbitrator. Let's roll the tape and take a look at it right now and see what happens.
David Schultz tie it up.
Boy, Schultz is a big one. So you don't really realize till you stand up next to him how big this guy is. David's put on about 15 pounds. Dr. D tags out to Condrey. Condrey planning a knee lift on Ricky Gibson. Woo. Towering backdrop. Another tag on David Schultz. Rick in. Man, he was caught right up at the throat line with that leg. Schultz went way up in the air and clotheslined him with a leg. That's the only way I know to describe it. Schultz, front face lock, holds him until Condrey drops on him with a leg. Count of one, and that's all. Not even quite that. Referee counting on Condrey for choking, I believe. Over the shoulder goes Condrey, and Rick tags Brother Robert. Robert, who in a previous encounter with these guys had his head severely busted open 2 or 3 places. So he has no lingering love for either one of them. Robert just crushing Condrey. Watch him though. Dennis has been around. Robert nails him again. Stomps on him. Robert telling Schultz, come on in here. You're the one I'm looking for. Please get out of the way so he can get it on with Schultz. Here's David finally in the ring. And Robert blocks that right of Schultz and nails him. Rick and Robert teaming it together. Rick rattling with the right hand. David's over at the rope, so Rick is not going to get any pin, but he is administering some punishment. Schultz's head rammed into that post. Robert going after Dennis Condrey in the ring. Backdrop. Schultz with Rick. Robert with Condrey broken up now by the referee, and Rick and Schultz going at it. Schultz, where Rick had nailed him into that ring post. He busted his head open, so he's feeling a little bit. Robert gets a crack at him. Crowd loving it. trying to pile it on Schultz. Tells his brother, get ready. Slams him in. Doesn't even go for a count. He just picks him up and tags Robert. Wants some of that hide. Still putting the punishment on, or rather Robert Gibson on David Schultz. Robert loving this. He lost a little blood from David and Dennis, and he's happy to see the same thing being paid back to Schultz. Robert dropping the elbow on David, and Dennis from the outside. Rick pushes the referee back and fires a series of about 6 rights, while Robert staying with David Schultz. Robert is thrown across the ring. Oh, the poor referee, Calhoun. He was knocked flat. Count of 1, 2, 3, and he got him. Seven minutes, 39 seconds. Wait a minute. He's holding up Schultz's hand. Rick saying, what are you doing? 7:39. The hand of Schultz was held up. Referee Jerry Calhoun, who really took a shot when Schultz threw Robert across the ring. Boy, I don't understand. He just must have been addled. Robert absolutely had him. Rick Gibson furious, and I don't blame him. He pinned him.
Was the